The Institute of Medicine has recommended that the Obama administration force health insurance companies to make birth control free for all women. Okay, so they want all health insurance companies. By the way, this is a nonpartisan group. Okay, they've done their own analysis of health insurance, and they've decided, look, the best way for the United States to save money in terms of health care is to make sure that women have access to contraceptions, to HIV screenings, STD screenings, to pap smears, those types of health services that are already offered by organizations like Planned Parenthood. But, you know, Planned Parenthood is going to be defunded because of what the Republicans are trying to do. So the Obama administration is considering it. Let's see what ends up happening. But as you can imagine, Republicans are already very much against it. By the way, right now, unintended pregnancies cost the United States $11 billion per year.
Yeah, that's the stat I was going to get to. I think that's the most striking one, because they pretend to care about the deficits, right? And they're like, oh my God, there's some of them bitch Democrats with their deficits. And they pretend to care about abortion. They're like, but if you do birth control, we wouldn't have to spend $11 billion on unintended pregnancies, and we would have less abortions. It'd be a win-win, theoretically, for your ideology. But the reality is their ideology is actually incredibly extreme. And even though 99% of Americans believe in birth control, they're among the 1%. They don't believe in birth control. That is an unbelievably radical position, but they're willing to enforce that position on everybody else, cost us more money, cost us more problems, and create more abortions. So, look, they're radicals. That's all there is to it.
They are radicals, and it's amazing how much influence they have. You know, even though it's that tiny little minority, they still have the ability to make politicians kind of rethink whether or not they should force health insurance companies to, you know, provide these services or cover these services. By the way, what is health insurance for? Like, why the hell would I pay for health insurance if you don't get those services?
Right. And again, it saves so much money, not just for society, but for the insurance too, right? Now, what's more expensive, getting your birth control pills or paying for all the pregnancy, and let alone the kid afterwards, et cetera? Now, if you have kids, your insurance goes up a little bit, et cetera. But overall, it costs so much more to have the kid. It's all nonsense. And, you know, here's another problem, though. And we got to put the blame where it lies. So, yes, Republicans are crazy. They push for this, yada, yada. Where the hell are the Democrats? On an issue where you have 99% of the American people behind you, why wouldn't you attack? Well, if I'm
when have Democrats ever attacked, though?
Never.
That's why, you know, it's good to see a nonpartisan group coming out and recommending this, and, you know, hopefully the Obama administration will do more than just consider it.
Okay, so don't get me started again. Okay, I'll go back to the debt ceiling. Okay, anyway, but no, think about Democrats for a second, right? How about the partisan groups, right? If I'm a Democrat, I'm a senator, congressman, whoever I am, right? And these guys come in and say, I'm against birth control. I'll be like, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. I would take the quotes, I would take the video, whatever it is, right? And I'd make a campaign out of it. And I don't even care if that's not the guy I'm running against. I'd be like, Joe Blow, who's friends with Jim John that I'm running against, okay, look at them in a picture together, said that he is against birth control. Now, if you're against birth control, you vote for Jim John, okay? If you're for birth control, you vote for me. End of this.